I have a red oak here. It's been in my backyard for years, grown very nicely. It's developed some roots, but I want to take it out. It's going to get too big and overtake this yard, and I have some citrus right behind it. I just don't want it to get choked out over the years. Plus, I want everything back here to be fruit bearing, so I'm going to plant this Mission olive tree. And there it is. The Bible has a lot to say about trees, plants, soil, gardening, fruit, and especially about roots. This old man, Carl, and I was not a believer. I was out walking my dog with my son. My son must have been 9 or 10 years old. And this man, Carl, he started a conversation with me, and he asked me, "So where do you go to church?" And I said, "Well, I don't go to church." And his countenance dropped, and he squared his eyes on me, and he said, "Sir, you cannot raise this child without God." This tree has actually been in there about 1 solid year, maybe a year and a few months, and it's really well established. Once a tree is established by its roots, it becomes impossible to move it. Can't move a tree once it's established. And just like faith, once your faith is established in the Lord, it can't be uprooted. It can't be moved or shaken. My love is higher than mission well, deeper than a wishing well, stronger than a magic spell. My love is for you. It's a Mission olive tree. These are good table olives. They don't make so much great olive oil because they're not as oily as some of the other olives, but this does make a great table olive. Olives do like kind of sandy and rocky soil. It has to be in an area that can drain well. If it's sitting in water, it's not gonna thrive. So this is our Mission olive tree, and it's dedicated to my friend years ago, my neighbor Carl Shepherd. When I didn't know the Lord, he's the one that looked me in the eye and told me the truth. I couldn't raise my son without the Lord, and it's like these roots that we're trying to establish. Like a child that needs to learn right from wrong and needs to learn the discipline of the Lord and have a relationship with the Lord to anchor their roots. A child must have their roots anchored, moral anchored into the Lord, into His goodness. That way when he grows up, he's well established, and he'll follow in the right ways of the Lord and live a purposeful, meaningful, and blessed life. And he'll also bear fruit for others and for the kingdom of God. I saw a shimmering light, but the heavy and my side grew dim. Let me stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. We planted it with the Ellen White method of fruit-bearing trees. We'll just see how it does. I got it staked in. The roots are very, very shallow right now. It's not very stable, so I had to put 3 stakes around it and tether it in to hold it upright. It's actually pretty windy.